This woman saved a hedgehog that was on the verge of death. Although she was injured by its spikes, she didn't let go. Instead, she gently arranged its fur. In return, the hedgehog would carefully lift her skirt. However, the hedgehog's identity was not simple. It was the true progenitor of vampires, said to feed on human blood. But when Ophelia learned the truth, she wasn't afraid. Every time she went out, she would have Lawless by her side. One day, while picking fruit for the children at the orphanage, she jumped over from the other side of the tree. And in the nick of time, Lawless caught her. It was in that moment that Lawless completely fell in love with Ophelia. He would carry Ophelia in his arms, flying under the setting sun. He would silently guard her while she slept. He thought that this life would continue forever. But one day, Ophelia told Lawless that she was going to marry the prince of a neighboring kingdom. The conflict between the two countries had escalated, and in order to avoid innocent civilians being caught in the crossfire, she, as a princess, wanted to use the marriage to form an alliance between the two nations. Lawless wanted to take Ophelia away and seek the life he wanted, but Ophelia chose to stay. Rather than personal freedom, she valued her people more. Lawless's wish was to help Ophelia leave, but Ophelia longed for peace for her country. She would become a symbol of peace and the mediator between the two kingdoms. Ophelia wanted to be that kind of person, and she hoped Lawless could understand her. After Ophelia married, their country did indeed experience a brief period of peace. However, this peace was merely a strategy by the neighboring kingdom to lower their guard. The neighboring kingdom returned the princess and then launched the long-prepared war. The rulers of Ophelia's country, trying to shift the blame, decided to have her killed. When Lawless uncovered the plot, he immediately told Ophelia and proposed again to take her away. But the princess refused again. What she wanted was not freedom, nor the chance to survive. Lawless begged her to listen to him this time, that he would protect her. Ophelia simply smiled. It was the second time Lawless had asked her to leave, but Ophelia told him that what she wanted was not to survive or gain freedom. She had said this long ago. What she longed for was peace. Now, she hoped for peace for the country. Ophelia was willing to sacrifice herself for peace, to become the person she envisioned, and to fulfill her desire for peace. She asked Lawless not to stop her. As she maintained her sense of self, Lawless silently wept beside her. And so, Ophelia was sent to the guillotine. She did not fear the cold blade. In her final moments, she hoped that the two kingdoms could live in peace, and that her death could ease their hatred. She pleaded with the people of both nations to offer a peace olive branch after her death. Finally, Ophelia said, "I love all of you." Lawless watched in pain and cried, and then the guillotine fell. After Ophelia's death, the two kingdoms truly found peace. To commemorate the princess, they stopped the war and erected a statue of Ophelia. Lawless transformed into a hedgehog, and for decades, he guarded the statue. At night, when no one was around, he would transform back into human form and cry alone. But after Lawless left for a time, the peace that Ophelia had hoped for disappeared. Though the two kingdoms formed an alliance, they were still eventually absorbed by other nations. The peaceful town turned into ruins, and the statue symbolizing peace was shattered.